Your marketing strategy isn't working as well as you want right now because you're missing one simple but incredibly important thing. Ignore this or fail to implement it into your marketing strategy, and it doesn't matter how smart or funny or creative your marketing is because nothing's going to work. The good news is that once you understand how this works and see how simple it is to add to your marketing mix, everything you do from this day forward is going to be more effective, make you more money, and make you look like a marketing rock star. All good things, especially if your goal is to create effective, high-converting, and profitable marketing campaigns. So with that said, the thing that's probably missing and holding you back from getting to that next level of profitability is a leaky funnel. Just to make sure we're all on the same page here, a marketing funnel, often called a sales funnel or sometimes just a funnel, is really just a visual representation of all the steps that someone has to go through, from first learning about you all the way through to becoming a lifelong and loyal customer who loves you and every step in between. If you sell products, well, your marketing funnel could be as simple as sending someone from an ad to a sales page. If you sell services, it could be sending someone from a piece of content to an opt-in page where they can enter their contact details in exchange for some kind of downloadable PDF or lead magnet. This could then take them to another page where they may be able to fill out an application, which would take them to the next step where they could book a call to talk to a salesperson. Even the most basic of businesses that claim they don't do any marketing and never run advertising and only exist through referrals and word of mouth, yes, even they have a funnel. They're just not being very strategic about it. After all, even if all of their business comes by referral or word of mouth, well, someone still had to tell someone else about them in the first place. And then that person had to reach out to the business. And then that person either did or did not buy. And that, my friend, is a funnel. The main point here is that while there really is no one-size-fits-all funnel, every business does have a funnel. So it only makes sense to try to optimize yours so that it delivers the most qualified customers directly to you, and that it doesn't lose people along the way by confusing them or overwhelming them or leaving them lost, not knowing exactly what they should do next. For example, have you ever walked into a store and couldn't find anyone there that was willing to help, so you just walked out? Or have you ever tried to buy something online but gotten frustrated after you had to enter your contact details what seemed like 1,000,000 times, so you just hit the back button and bounced? Or have you ever tried to call a company only to be put on hold or disconnected or transferred to the wrong department? If so, then you, my friend, are the victim of a leaky funnel, and you may be entitled to compensation. Actually, the leaky funnel has two victims. You, who weren't able to get what you wanted, and the business, who obviously lost the sale, but also created a negative experience that may lead to future negative reviews or just never doing business with them again in the future. So the two big things you want to focus on are number one, identifying the steps in your funnel, and number two, finding the leaks so you can get to work patching them up. Let me give you an example to help make this more clear. Let's say you have an online business that sells coaching services to help people lose weight. Good for you. You're making a difference in people's lives. Now, before anybody can work with you, well, they obviously need to first know that you exist. And let's say that the way that most people find you is through social media. And for the sake of this example, let's say it's on Instagram, though it could be Facebook or Twitter or your website or blog or podcast or YouTube. Doesn't really matter. But we'll start with Instagram and put it on the left-hand side of the funnel that we're mapping out right now. So what happens after they stumble across your life-changing content on Instagram and decide that they want to learn more? Well, in this case, they probably head to your bio, which is something that we can track. So we're going to start making a note of this. So to keep the math simple for our example, basically all for my sake, let's say we get 100 people to go to your bio. But of course, you can feel free to adjust these and move them up or down or however you want. Okay, so they saw your content and they went to your bio. It's here that they can do a number of different things, including following you or sending you a direct message. But for the sake of this example, let's say that the main thing that we want them to do is click the link in your bio. And for this funnel, let's say that 20% of the people that end up on your bio end up clicking the link. So out of 100, well, 20 people are going to click your link in bio. And now we're starting to see some numbers that we can use to measure, monitor, manage. Kind of ran out of words that start with M here. And market. So we now have 20 people that clicked on the link in your bio and they get taken to a sales page where you're offering a complimentary 15-minute fitness and nutrition coaching consulting strategy session. The name needs some work. But let's say that for every 20 people that end up on this sales page, around 2 people end up booking in for this complimentary information session on the services you offer. 2 out of 20 gives you a conversion rate on your sales page of 10%. And then during this free 15-minute complimentary fitness and nutrition coaching consulting strategy session thing, well, let's say that you have a conversion and a close rate of 50%, meaning that for every 2 people that do it, carry the 1, Pythagorean theory, quadratic equation, move the numbers. Well, if my math is correct, 50% of 2 is 1. I'm very good at math. And it's at this point that you, my friend, now have a completely fleshed out marketing funnel complete with data. Data that you can use to make informed and strategic decisions moving forward. Most importantly of all, you now have an automatic customer generating system, a way to put traffic and leads and people in the top and end up with buyers and customers and clients at the bottom. But where things start to get really exciting is when you take a look back at your funnel and you realize that, hey, maybe your bio isn't as optimized as you thought it was. And maybe with a few tweaks and a few adjustments here and there, you're able to increase the percentage of people who click the link in your bio from 20% to 30%. And now, just by fixing a few things and plugging a few leaks in your funnel, you're able to take that same initial 100 people, but instead of getting 1 new sale, you now get 3, literally tripling your revenue without changing anything about your offer or your business or your model or anything like that. The only question now then is, how do you drive more traffic to your newly optimized funnel? So to show you exactly what you need to do next, I've linked up a video right here on my #1 organic marketing strategy. So make sure to check that out now, and I'll see you in the next video. The solution is to use a combination approach known as PESO, which stands for paid, earned, shared, and owned. So let me break those down for you now. Paid media is, wait for it, anything that